This training video is brought to you by K-Alliance. K-Alliance provides high-quality instructor-led training videos for desktop, IT, and soft skills. Visit us online at www.kalliance.com to sign up for your free 7-day trial. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and we hope you learned something new. Real videos, real learning, real success.
In this demo now, I want to show you work items and how we create work items and manage work items in Service Manager. So let's go ahead and bring up here our Service Manager console. And you can see I'm currently in the administration workspace, but where I want to be is under the work items workspace. So I'll go ahead and select that. Now keep in mind that as you assign people as support personnel, certain support groups, or analysts or agents, whatever you want to call it, the people who will be managing the incidents, the problems, the releases, the changes. You put them into groups and you secure them such that when they log into this console, they don't see all of these workspaces. They only see the work items workspace. Maybe they see some reporting. It depends on what kind of permission you give them. And then they'll only be able to see an interface with the stuff that they have permission for. So if I were an incident manager, let's say, like a help desk, then I could come in here and I could see a listing of all of the incidents. Let's click on that. And here are a whole bunch of incidents that have been created, and I can, as I select them, I can get some additional details down below, or I might want to just open it up and view its properties in a bit more detail. Now every incident also has actions on the right side, like I can edit the incident, I can create a change request based on this incident, I can assign it to somebody, I can escalate it or transfer it in some way, I can link it to a known problem. That way, when the problem is resolved, the incident can also more easily be resolved. Maybe instead of linking it to an existing problem, I might want to create a problem based on this particular incident. Now, we don't always have to create a problem. Sometimes I'm just firefighting or troubleshooting specific issues, sort of isolated issues. For right now, as I'm looking at currently all incidents, I might be more interested in filtering it based on any incidents that are open. So these that you see listed here under incident management are views. And they're pre-filtered views, so I could say, show me only the ones that are assigned to me. And that would be a filtered view that I could look at and see, has anybody assigned me any information or any incidents. You can also create your own views, which would be filtered, certain filtered views based on any kind of criteria you can think of. So if you come up here on incident management, you could create a view. Now, we can also create an incident, which is part of what we wanted to look at here. So if I were to create an incident, it's going to open a form. And these forms are somewhat customizable. But what I'm doing now is I'm creating a new record in the database of type incident. And as soon as I start this process, a counter begins. From the moment the incident was created, how long is it taking for me to complete this process? So there are several forms to fill out. So for instance, if I'm taking a phone call as a type of help desk, I could come in and I could assign it. I could find the person that is the affected person. Let's say it's this person here, Ryan, and I'll click OK. So I've assigned the affected user. I could type in additional details in here in terms of alternate contact method. I could specify a title. So perhaps the title is VPN not working. So it's a network-related issue, also related to remote management. So as we scroll down, we can fill in some other information. We can classify. Is this an email problem? Is it a hardware problem, a networking problem, software, etc.? So it could be, I'm going to categorize it as a networking problem. These are just categories, and you and your environment could, of course, create your own. Now, the source for this incident. Incidents can be created in many different ways. Some of them can be automated. Some of them could be right now I'm entering it through the console, so it's assuming console. But it could have actually been an incident that was automatically created because of an alert that was generated in Operations Manager. We can actually create automated incidents based on certain criteria if things are detected. It could be portal. The portal is a web portal that allows users to log in and sort of submit tickets, submitting their own incidents in essence. And so they're the ones filling in a form. It doesn't look just like this form, but they can fill it in. I could say phone, perhaps, so someone called me, and so I'm filling in this information based on the fact that they called. Then we specify things like the impact, the urgency, and based on impact and urgency, a priority is assigned. And then I can also assign this to a particular support group, or have it be a part of a particular support group, or I could assign it to a very specific person. Again, now I'm digging through listings of people. Now, when I'm selecting objects, I'm not reading directly from Active Directory. That's very important. I'm reading from the database of configuration items, where I've synchronized in some of my Active Directory users. So if I wanted to actually assign this to someone, I could. I could also assign a different primary owner of the element as well. Then as we continue to scroll down, there might be other items that are affected. So are there any services that are affected, or any additional configuration items? If I click Add, I'm going to have the ability to choose from a list of lots of different configuration items. Notice the types of configuration items. It could be a computer. There are so many different types. It could be a service, it could be a database, it could be something like that. So once I filter it based on the object type, here's a list of computers. So I might choose, hey, it's this person's laptop. And I'm going to click OK, and I've now created an association of a configuration item that's associated with this issue that they're having. Okay, and it'll maintain log entries here. Now notice this was just the General tab. There are other tabs of information that I can fill in, like the Activities tab. I can add activities. Activities are things that need to happen. Somebody needs to go and take a look at their computer, or somebody needs to push a software update. Okay, some of those things might be scripted, and some of those things might be easily already created, and we can add them in here. There are related items. Are there any related work items, like linking to a problem? These are just two different ways to do that. We can add additional configuration items, knowledge articles. If we have an existing knowledge base of certain issues, I could attach that here and say, hey, here's something that I tried. Any resolutions, we can add resolutions, any service levels, service level objectives that are associated with this object. We can see a history of stuff that's been happening as it relates to this object. So ultimately what we do, and remember the title, VPN not working, so I go ahead and click OK, and I've now created a new incident. And if I go ahead and do all open incidents, I should be able to find it right here. VPN not working, I can see it was assigned to Nikolai. So when Nikolai logs in and he looks at things that are assigned to him, he's going to see stuff that he can work on, stuff that he has available to him. Now that was just incidents, but every one of these, whether it's a problem, a release, a service request fulfillment, every one of these work items has a similar kind of form. And we can, this is one of the main ways that we do data entry into Service Manager. And now we've got the ability to report on all of these various different types of items in the environment. So we can keep track of how long it's taking to resolve incidents, who's working on them, where are the bottlenecks, what's happening in the environment, and most importantly, are we managing and meeting our service level objectives and agreements that we've made with our cloud subscribers.
We hope you enjoyed this preview video. Please click on the like button below if you did, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to visit us at www.kalliance.com to sign up for your free 7-day trial today. You could learn a lot in a week.